This is Marina from Dogg Astrology. I'm back, and today we're going to talk about, shall we do politics? Because I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but you know, it's something that's been really on my mind, and I have to say it. Let's get it out of the way. Predictions. I mean, who doesn't think by now Trump is definitely going to win the election when it comes? Because, and I'm not saying that because I love him, by the way. It's because I just think all right, the reason I think this, and without even looking at the astrology, is that all of a sudden, all the bankers, he's ahead in the polls as well. I mean, although can they be believed? I mean, he's going to win by a landslide, I guess, according to the polls. Why do they want this all of a sudden? I wonder if there's going to be a war. And the thing is that we all know his base are extremely patriotic. So it's all about nationalism, isn't it? They bring out nationalism when it suits them, because nationalism, no, bad, evil, during times when you don't need people to be cannon fodder. And then when you do need people to be cannon fodder, all of a sudden, I'm old enough to remember the Iraq War. I remember the whole, when it was very Republican in the US. And then it was all very, patriotic, wasn't it? So it's that again, isn't it? They give everyone a taste of what they like. We'll have 4 years of wokeness, and then we'll go back to being patriotic when we need a war, because we need you to die in our wars, don't we? So that's what's going to happen. So I don't think they like it. I don't think they want him particularly, but I think he's the only one that can rally, do that for them. Whether he really wants a war, I don't know. But we've seen that he'll do anything to be popular, that he doesn't really... I'm going to sit down, my arm aches. He'll do anything to be popular. And he wants to be liked. So if they can guarantee he has power for how many years, he might go along with it, which is a bit, which is sad, but that's just the way, he's not someone, he's Gemini, so he's a bit chop and changey, and I understand this because how many times have I said I'm going to do something and then I never bloody do it? And I change my name and I change it, it's like the curse of having too many ideas. That's the thing with Gemini. And we'll talk about that later, but yeah, so I don't think there's any point in really doing any political astrology, because it wouldn't matter if he had the worst transits in the world. He's going to get him, and because they want, like I said, they need patriot. It's back in fashion. They've been putting the wake. They've been putting the woke away for a while, haven't they? So, I mean, I've seen evidence of that, and now they are bringing back, that patriotic thing. So it's so evil, isn't it? It's so there. So if you think that it's all this is the problem, because I don't know, a lot of people saying, the sort of Q type people are thinking that it's we're winning, it's an awakening and we're winning, and the children are going to be saved and the paedophiles are going to be, should I say that on YouTube? I don't really care anymore, because I'm not that bothered about YouTube anyway. Even if I lose a channel, I'm not on it that enough for it. It doesn't make me money, so I can be as risque as I want now. Anyway, yeah, so all this feeling that we're in a kind of awakening, and all these, it's kind of 2012 and everybody's waking up and they're going to find, it's going to be exposed, all the P's and all the V thing is all going to be exposed. Call me cynical, you know. But, you know, this is planet Earth. This is planet Earth's kind of... This is the interesting thing about planet Earth. It's a very interesting college, isn't it? It's a very interesting place to study, and there's lots of interesting things to look at. And the latest interesting thing that I'm looking at is goddess stuff, because, as you know, for the last 3 years, I've been all over the place, haven't I? Been all over the place. Didn't really know what I was doing. At one point, should I give up astrology? Should I become a nun? Yeah, well, no, I didn't think of that. Although the thought did cross my mind. Then the religious kick for about 3 months. I'm going to be a Catholic. I'm going to be a Protestant because I don't like the Pope. Because I don't like the Pope, so why am I being a Catholic? Anyway, then I discovered lately you can do everything you want. And there are, thanks to, weirdly, some kind of Gen Z, and then they're probably, bless them, I don't know, there is Gen Z 20-year-old witches, and there's a lot of them doing this kind of folk witchcraft. And I think it's a good thing. I don't like, as I said, I don't like the kind of, I mean, there's things on Etsy like summon demons, like grimoires to summon. Why are you doing that? That's why. I don't know. There's this fashionable kind of Satanist element, which I really, really don't like. And it's sort of tied in with sort of the whole asexual thing and not having a gender, and which is very weird, since natural law and natural witchcraft is, or nature law, which is folk magic, really is all based on those polarities. You know, there isn't, it's all the masculine, feminine. Nature is all full of masculine and feminine. Like plants are masculine and feminine. You don't, well, I don't know, I don't want to go into the biology of plants and whether there are neuter plants, but maybe there are. Anyway, the point is, the whole natural law thing is very, and botany is something that's really interested me now, because of going down the goddess path. When I did that calendar, and you know, I'm going to walk around a bit. There's not many people here. God, it's like I'm trying to go to the loo or something behind a bush. No, I'm not trying to do that. But I want to put instead of holding my hand up, I want to put my telescopic, whatchamacallit thing on. And then I can walk around without it giving an arm ache. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, now look. Because I didn't have it on the right, you know, I had it upwards, phone setting anyway. Anyway, yeah, there's no one around, so I'm going to walk about. What was I saying? Oh yes, the witch thing. So many times you've seen videos, maybe you haven't, but with like, the witch is back, so I'm going to be a witch again. But I don't want to really have to identify myself as that, and it feels a little bit LARPy by doing it. I don't want to be Mystic Maggie, like walking around with, you know, like a lot of these witches on YouTube, they've all got like, they're all in black and they've got their moons around them and really dark eye makeup and red lipstick and black hair and stuff. And I'm walking around in muddy trainers. It's not very witchy, is it? So, yeah. But the thing is, I am very drawn to that aesthetic. You know, I was a goth in my youth, and I'd kind of missed the black hair thing, but I'm going too grey for that now. But I might do some low lights. But that's another thing. We'll still talk about my low lights. But yes, there is nothing wrong. I've just realised there's nothing wrong with trying to do planetary magic, which is kind of what I'm doing. I've always done it. You know, I'm an astrologer. That's planetary magic. And these grimoires, they're all about, how to connect with the goddess, how to summon the goddess, how to make offerings to the goddess. And so I've written one for Persephone, but I've seen all the others on Etsy, and I don't want to go down the how to summon her, because I don't like the summoning thing. And you don't know what you're going to... I think it's playing with fire. You don't know what's going to come in. But then I thought to myself, well, what's the difference between praying to Mother Mary and praying to a saint? It's pray. You can pray to them, and all that happened with paganism. Paganism was, there was temples to Demeter. They did worship the pagan gods, and then they got replaced by, Mary, and they got replaced by the saints, and they got replaced by Christian saints. So there must be a residue in me where I'm thinking, because of my Catholic upbringing, that there's an element of evil if you worship these pagan goddesses. But it's not. It's just getting in touch with an archetype, and archetypes come and go. They come and go in fashion, don't they? And they gain their strength by people focusing their energy on it. Like a meme. And when we look at Trump as well, he's become a meme. He's become, is it an egregore? What is it? That when you give so much power, when so many people, when something is popular, like something becomes fashionable, it has its own sort of power, doesn't it? And it's like putting intention into it. So all goddesses have that thing about them, and they all have a different energy, and they all resonate to different things. And I think I do have a talent now, and I should be using it, where, I'm an artist. Why aren't I designing a freaking oracle deck? And I think I have a natural ability to know what correspondences are, what corresponds with what. But just because all my life I know what goes with what, and I think it's something to do with being an artist. You know what is complementary and harmonious with something. You know what colours go with something. You know what textures go. You know they have a relationship. And I think that's through doing astrology for years and years as well. You know what archetypes go well together. You know what is trine with something. You know what's square with something. You know the elements. It's all nature. It's all nature. It's all based on the seasons. At the end of the day, astrology is seasons. We know that. And when I do these oracle decks, I was thinking, so I was asking Facebook what background should I put on them, and everyone really liked the black one, but I wanted to do different colours as well, because I thought if it's all black it's going to look very dark goddess again, and I want it to have different shades. I don't want it to all be dark goddess. So then I thought, well, I know, let's do it by seasons, because then you'll get a good rounded, you've got a well-rounded with lots of different energies, like the seasons are, So we'll only have, so we'll divide it into 4. So we've got, spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then we'll have 13 goddesses in each one, because that adds up to 52, which is the card, what the cards are. And now then I just thought, wow, it's 13 for each one, which is the number of the moon as well. So that really works. So I'm limited to just no more than 12 dark goddesses. Then there'll be autumn ones, and then there'll be summer ones, and then there'll be spring ones. And the background for the dark goddesses obviously will be black. Then I think the spring will be white. I'm not sure about light grey and dark grey. Or maybe I'll do gold for summer. I don't know. Wish I could actually do gold. But anyway, like a goldy colour. But anyway, that's it just... So at the moment I'm researching which goddesses to have. I've got to do 52 goddesses. And I suppose I've done illustrations with all the calendars and everything for about 20, but I'm only happy with about 12 of them. So I have to redo them. Like, some of the hands are ridiculous, and there's a lot to do. I took photos of my daughter posing with her hands, so I get nice, not old hands like these. So I get nice hands on them, because that's something that AI art is really rubbish at. So when I do them, they are a collage, by the way. They don't just come out like that. But yeah, sometimes that gets overlooked. So I'm going to go back, redo them, rework them, paint over them, make it more organic. I'm using them as a rough. When I do the AI art, it's like the first draft, and then I want to make it more, put more of my own painting in there. The problem was, when I was making the calendars, I was in such a rush. I just wanted to get them out, so things did get over, there were mistakes in it. So now I can refine that all. But it's going to be a big project, and for each of the goddesses, I'm writing, like I said, I'm writing this grimoire, and the grimoire is going to be, their mythology, what crystals go with them, how to know that this goddess is calling out to you in a way, because they kind of do. You get dreams of these archetypes, and it's only your own, it's your higher self, isn't it? Calling to you, saying that this is the time to explore this season, and this goddess is representing that season for you. And within the seasons, there are three. The seasons are divided into the signs. That's what the signs are. So it's a really interesting journey, and to me, it's going to activate all the kind of magical correspondences. I've got my correspondence book. I've bought. I can't wait to get into these books, like the trees and herbs, herbal medicine, botany. So I'll be bringing plants into it. So plants, crystals, all the things that resonate with each goddess. So, if you want to use it magically, you can. You can set up an altar if you want and put the crystals and the candles, the colours, all those things you can do. Or if you just want to pray to them and do it the Catholic way, you can. So that's it. And I'm really, really excited about it. I just hope I have the time to do it all, but I'm going to have to actually set aside some time, and the problem is, it's like, how do you earn money in the meantime? So I will be doing readings still. I think that's the easiest way to do it, but I know I said my intention was to come back to YouTube and do the moon videos, but they take too much time, and I'd much rather get some exercise and fresh air while I'm doing something that is free. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be in front of the desk editing, because I do enough of that anyway, and it's not, it's not healthy to be in front of the computer so much. And I'm going to be in front of the computer a lot doing these goddess things. So all I can promise is that when I feel like it, I'm going to come out here, and when the weather's going to get better, it's going to be spring, so I can sit in my springtime outdoor things and just chat about spiritual development, maybe my latest goddess, who knows, whatever it is. I've started with the dark ones, but I don't want to do all the dark goddesses at once, because it might be a bit depressing. But we are in winter, so maybe I should. I don't know. I've done Persephone, I've done Medusa. I'm writing Medusa at the moment. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should just go through this dark night of the soul, while I'm actually quite low in energy as well. I had flu like a month ago, and it's post-viral fatigue is awful. It's really bad. It feels like after COVID again. Who knows? I might have even had COVID. Oh. If that's a thing, anyway. So that's the intention. And anything else to say? Just about the politics. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that, because I don't want to get into that whole argument, because that's what I wanted to say. about, let's go back to Trump again, because I thought it was really interesting that Snoop Doggy Dogg has said he's supporting Trump. So this is following on from Kanye West was there first, all right? He was there. Now all these other people are suddenly like, yeah, I'm going to get onto this trendiness. Late in the day, Snoop Dogg. Kanye West was there before you. Anyway, so now he's saying, even though he was very, I think he did he do a song or something against Trump? I don't know. But anyway, now he's on the Trump train. And then I thought to myself, so I was a little bit tiddly with some wine the other day with my daughter. And I was having this conversation with her. I said, did you know that Snoop Doggy Dogg is freaking... She's going, no way. I said, yeah, he's come out saying he's supported Trump. And I said, but you know, it's not that weird when you think about it. Because, yes, Trump is really, really gold bling, isn't he, first of all? And then I said to her, and grab them by that... is not far removed from all the kind of rap stuff, is it, really? And that's the kind of thing that Snoop... I don't know. I don't even know any of his records to be... I only know Who Let the Dogs Out. That's so Trump, though. He's so bling. He's so bling. So I'm not surprised. And then, oh yes, and then to make it even more is the fact, you know, when he got arrested, he had that mugshot, which is really like Trump in the hood, isn't it? So I'm really not surprised now he's become a bit of an icon for that kind of energy, you know? He suits it. He suits it. I mean, I can imagine him. You can imagine Trump, like someone making a meme with him, you know, with the big gold chains and the big rings and like gold teeth or something, and he'd be, yeah. So, and Taylor Swift, her career's going to go down the bog hole, isn't it? You know, with her, like she supports Biden, but she was made Woman of the Year, wasn't she? Time Person of the Year. So that's no accident, isn't it? But desperately trying to make it cool. Oh my God. Anyway, American politics is hilarious. It's hilarious. But then actually, so I'm not putting it down by saying that, by the way. I do think it's incredibly entertaining, and ours is no better with Boris. When we had Boris, you know, the West has gone berserk, and it's quite interesting. So that's it. I think I'll leave it there with Snoop Doggy Dogg image emerged, melded with Trump with big gold blingness. All right then, take care everyone. Bye.